Good morning, everyone. I'm Nicole Traum, and you're watching Lee Health's Healthcare Heroes Self-Care Moment. Thanks for tuning in. This week, we are going to talk about befriending our breath. And I say that because even though we breathe all day, every day, there's a lot of disconnect that we have with our breath. And the more that we can allow ourselves to connect with the energy and the flow of our breath, the more we can have more control over our emotions, over even our physical self, and it allows us to feel a lot more comfortable in our body. So as we move today, we're going to think about that. So let's start here with a little bit of breathing and sitting up tall. One thing that a few times I've gone out and done speaking engagements talking about anxiety, because this is something that I struggle with, and I always started out by saying, in the same way that we can work ourselves up, because we all know that we can work ourselves up, right? We have the capacity to calm ourselves down. And through our breath is really that place where we have that capacity. So let's start by sitting up tall here, lengthening up through your spine, rolling your shoulders onto your back, and just taking a couple of deep breaths and just noticing how it feels. Inhaling, good, and exhaling. Letting yourself fill up with your inhale and empty out with your exhale. And just kind of notice how it feels. A lot of us are kind of, like fair weather friends with our breath, I'd say. And so as we start to become more friendly with our breath, I want you to notice how it feels as you fill up with breath and how it feels as you exhale. And then take your hand to your belly. So a lot of times when I ask people, where does your breath go when you inhale? Does your belly empty out or does it fill up? A lot of times they'll be like, I don't know, it empties out, right? Because sometimes we think, we're going like this. But as we inhale, I want you to feel your belly filling up. So breathing deep. If you don't feel it on your belly, you can bring your hand to your heart, maybe feeling it in the chest first, but letting yourself fill up on the inside as you inhale and empty out as you exhale. Filling up and emptying out. That's it. Kind of noticing that flow. Inhale and exhale, allowing yourself to feel that filling sensation, and then emptying it out with each exhale. Let's do 2 more breaths like that. Big inhale, filling up. Big exhale, emptying out. And as I said before, in that way that we get ourselves worked up, where we start to make ourselves feel more anxious, we also have the capacity to calm ourselves down. And one of those ways is by observing the breath and slowing it down. So it starts with just becoming friendly with the breath, right? If we're so disconnected with that place, then it's going to be really difficult. And that's why practicing on the times when you're feeling good or when you've just woken up is a great place to start. So let's start with a little bit of movement too, because sometimes movement can help us to connect to our breath in a deeper way. So as you inhale, let's just start to reach those arms up and overhead, and then exhale as you lower, letting yourself release. Big inhale, stretching up, lengthening tall, and then big exhale as you lower back down. Inhale and exhale, that's it. As you fill up, imagine you're kind of pushing that breath in, and then exhale, pushing the breath down and away. Let's do 2 more. Big inhale, filling up. Big exhale as you lower. Good, inhale. And exhale, and at first it's gonna feel a little awkward, a little not so natural. This time as you inhale, you're gonna reach up, and then exhale and twist to your right. And just let yourself twist there. Big inhale as you come back up through center, and then exhale and twist to your left. So just going side to side. Big inhale, good morning. And big exhale, lengthening up, and then twisting to the side, letting yourself breathe, letting yourself stretch. Good. Feeling the breath filling you up, and then as you exhale, you can kind of twist and squeeze that breath out. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhaling and exhaling. This next time as you twist over to the right, you're gonna stay there. So you can hold on to the side of your chair or your seat or even your legs. And then inhale as you sit up, and exhale, start to twist a little deeper. If you can even bring that back hand, that right hand to the back of the chair, and go a little bit deeper as you stretch. Every inhale, you're lengthening. Every exhale, you're twisting. Take 2 more deep breaths. That's it. And then with your next inhale, you're gonna stretch right back up through center. And then exhale over to the left, holding it there. So your hands can come to the side of the chair, the side of your leg. Inhale as you sit tall, and then exhale, letting yourself twist. Big inhale, and big exhale. See if you can even let your shoulders come onto your back. You may even be able to bring that hand to the back of your chair. Let's take 2 more full breaths here. Just breathing in and breathing out. That's it, good. And then come all the way back up through center. And as you exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart and just take a moment to pause. You can notice that flow, the inhale and the exhale. Press your palms together so your elbows come out and feel that connection. So as you're pressing the hands together, you're connecting up behind your shoulders. And what we're doing here is we're starting to open those muscles so that we can breathe a little deeper. If we're not breathing deep all the time, which a lot of us aren't, those muscles in the ribs, in the back of the shoulders, even in the upper chest, they get tight, right? Because they're not being used as much. So what we're gonna do here is press those palms together and just start to twist side to side. Inhaling in one direction. Good, exhaling in the other. Make sure you're pressing your palms together to really feel those shoulders move onto your back. Feeling that nice movement. Maybe even feeling some of those muscles loosening, maybe a little pop here and there. That's it. Keep breathing here. Inhale and exhale. Good. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last round to the right and to the left. Good. And as you come out of that one, roll your shoulders onto your back. We'll come on up to standing. So scoot forward in your chair. Make sure you're really far forward so that you can get your nose over your toes. And then you can use your legs, your body, or even your chair. But see if you can lean forward and really come up to standing. And as we come up, we're going to use the back of the chair. And we're just going to start to stretch things out. So with your hands on your chair here, just start to walk yourself back into a down dog. Wag your tail a little bit. Stretch yourself back and just feel especially those muscles behind the heart, but you're also going to feel the back of the legs. And then what we'll do here is bend the knees, reach your booty back, and then straighten. Feel that whole back of the body from the back of the shoulders all the way down to the back of the legs, starting to stretch. And as I'm doing this, I'm getting little pops in my ankle. That's normal. Let yourself breathe here. Good. Keep those legs straight now. And then again, move your hips side to side. Let yourself breathe a little bit deeper. Good, and then walk yourself back in, and as you come up, just start to stretch your right arm up. So lengthening all the way up through your right hand, bring your thighs back, your belly in. Good, and then we'll switch. Left arm comes up, press down through your legs, bring your thighs back as you stretch tall. Take another breath. Perfect, and then walk yourself back to down dog. So coming back into your down dog, again, pedaling out your feet. And then from here, we're gonna take our right hand and just start to drop it down. So you can either just let it come down to the floor or hang there, or you can bring it to your leg, looking out underneath your left armpit. Big stretch here. Keep breathing. Let's take another 2 breaths. You can even kind of lift your armpit a little bit. Good, and then we'll switch sides. So now you're gonna bring your right hand back to the chair, drop your left arm down, look out underneath your right arm. Let yourself breathe. Feel yourself stretching. So if you can't touch the floor, you're going to bring your hand to your leg. Either way, you're going to get a really good stretch here. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. That's it. And then come back up. Walk yourself in nice and slow. You can reach one or both arms up as you lean back. And then we'll come back for one last down dog here. Stretching those arms and legs out. Moving your hips. That's it. Perfect. We'll walk right back in towards the chair and come back to our seat. And as you come back to your seat now, just come back to your breath. So come back to that inhale and exhale. And we're going to take a little pause here. We're going to do a little forward bend. Sometimes we do forward bend standing. Sometimes it's nice to do them without as much pressure or use of the legs, you know. So we're going to come in and bring our elbows to our knees and just start here. And that might feel good, and if you want, you can start to drop your head, letting the gravity, the weight of your head just slowly start to stretch the back of the neck. If it starts to become too much, you can just slowly lift your head back up. Let yourself breathe here, releasing your head slowly. Feeling your breath moving up your spine as you inhale and back down the spine as you exhale. And then with your head nice and heavy, just start to turn your head side to side. And let the sides of the neck release, the back of the neck, even your shoulders. Take 2 more breaths. Good. And then very slowly come on up. And as you come on up, you can come and take a comfortable seat now for our meditation. And we're really going to work this week, since we are working on befriending our breath, we're going to work on different breathing techniques. We usually do anyway, but we're going to bring more of a focus to that, because as we get more connected to our breath, we get more connected to our own inner power. In yoga, the breath is known as the prana, or the pranayama is the practice of breath work, and it's that internal energy. In Buddhist traditions, it's known as the lung, and it's also the same idea, right? That this energy that moves into us and back out of us, and how we can connect to it. And the more we connect to it, the more we start to find balance in our emotions, in our health, in our own steadiness. So as you sit up nice and tall, let yourself lengthen and just start to connect with your breath. So today we're just going to do a very simple breath, just kind of noticing, filling up and emptying out. And we'll build upon that as we go through the week. So with your eyes open, just start here by noticing what's around you. You can take in what's around you, take in the quality of the light around you. Allow yourself to inhale through your nose, and then take a big exhale out through your mouth. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Let's do 2 more. With this next exhale, you can close your eyes. Continuing with your breath, just start to notice that flow. Notice how the breath feels as it meets your nose, how it moves down through the back of the throat, how it starts to fill up your lungs as you inhale. And then as it exhales, feel your lungs start to empty. Feel the breath move up through the throat, through the mouth, back out. Just slowly noticing that flow of breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, filling up, and exhaling as you empty back out. Big inhale and big exhale. Just having a really sweet conversation with your breath here, getting to know it better. Noticing how your body feels. And if you're not quite feeling it, you can always bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart, and just allow yourself to tap into that breath, to notice the inhale and notice the exhale. And just kind of notice what your body does with the breath, where it receives it, how it feels as it releases it to yourself. Just noticing that flow, the big inhale and the big exhale. Relaxing your shoulders. If you need to, you can even lean back in your chair to feel a little bit more support there. Just giving yourself this breath here, this moment. Good. And then as you continue with your breath, you can just start to notice some things around you. Notice any sounds around you, whether they're near or far. Notice any sounds in the room that you're in. Even start to listen for the sound of your breath. Start to notice now the physical sensations of your body. So noticing how the air feels on your body, how your clothing feels on your skin, the support of your chair underneath you. Even leaning back into the chair, feel the chair behind your back body. Coming back to your breath now, noticing that flow, the inhale and the exhale. Allowing yourself to fill up and empty out. Becoming friends with your breath. The breath is really the regulator. It allows us to get excited about things. It allows us to calm down things. It allows us to get more comfortable in our body. It allows us even to get more comfortable in the most awkward and challenging of situations. And with your next exhale, you can let it go. Start to bring some movement to your fingers and to your toes. Take a stretch. Come back to your comfortable seat, whatever that is for you, and bring your hands back in front of your heart. So as we come back here into that comfortable seat, just take a moment, feel your hands against each other, feel your breath connecting to you. We'll continue with this practice of befriending our breath. For your courageousness today, I bow to you. Namaste. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, you can practice this throughout the day. So when you're feeling a little disconnected from your breath, just take a few moments to pause, to breathe in, to feel your belly filling up, and then to breathe out and feel it start to empty out. And even if you can get 5, maybe 10 breaths in like that, it's going to start to create this pattern, this experience for yourself. So allow yourself to practice that this week, and I will see you all tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow at 6:40 a.m. with Lee Health's Healthcare Heroes Self-Care Moment. This has been Nicole Traum. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.